Isaiah Oliver to the Niners. Let's hit on that for a second. That's kind of an interesting one. Isaiah Oliver was an interesting player. I saw him at Colorado. He's like 6'1", 200 pounds, 210 in that range. Big corner. Went to Brophy, which is the Jesuit school down in Phoenix for high school, and then went to Colorado. In high school he was a wide receiver and a cornerback, and he was a 3-star recruit. And this guy ran incredibly fast. I mean, his best high school time in the 100 meters is 10.56. That's flying. The Falcons, he went to Colorado, played there 2015, 2016, 2017, and had 82 total tackles at Colorado, 3 picks. And then he left after his junior year. He was a junior in 2017. He foregone his senior year and decided to jump into the draft. So he was in the 2018 NFL draft, and he was also a member of Colorado's track and field team. So you're talking about a great athlete, truly great athlete. And he's been a Falcon the entire time. He was first team All Pac-12 his final year at Colorado, 2017. And the Falcons took him in the second round. He was the 8th cornerback drafted in 2018. And then they signed him to a 4-year deal for $4.6 million in May of 2018. He had his first pick against the Carolina Panthers. And, he had a knee injury in 2021 in week 4, and they put him on injured reserve. And then he signed a 1-year contract in March of 2022 with the Falcons, and then they put him on IR September 1st. And they activated him October the 15th. So his father is Muhammad Oliver, played in the NFL. His uncle, Damon Mays, also played in the NFL. And, he's a big athletic corner, and the Niners could use more NFL caliber corners. I mean, the one thing about corners, the old coach used to say to me, I say, what's the key to pass coverage? He said, you know what the key to pass coverage is? Pass coverage. In other words, the point was, there is no fucking key to pass coverage. When you run out of guys, you run out of guys. So you don't want to be kept. To me, like, one of the number one things I always look for when I'm going through my list of who can win the Super Bowl is, to me, if you show up in training camp and you don't have 5 quality NFL caliber corners, no shot. Because you're going to lose somebody, and you got to have 5 corners in today's NFL game. It used to be, you needed 2 corners and maybe a third. And then all of a sudden teams start going 3 wides and 4 wides and spreading it out. And then you've got all kinds of, you got corners playing in the dime, and it used to be, if you had 5 corners, your 3 guys played, and you had 2 guys that were just special teamers, and they didn't even really need to play that much. Now you have to have 5 corners. Your 4th corner is probably more important than your 3rd linebacker. Your 5th corner might be more important than your 3rd linebacker. I mean, look at the snap counts. Go check your snap counts. As much as I love Azeez Al-Shaair, the reason they let him go is he's a strong side backer on a team that's playing basically a 5-2 front with 2 stacked backers. And they're playing a ton of nickel and a ton of dime. Look at the percentages on the sub packages that teams are playing now in the NFL. It used to be 70-30 base and 30% nickel or dime. Now it's the opposite. Now it's like 75% nickel and dime and 25-30% base. So, I mean, it's changed. So now, guess what? Your 3rd corner better be able to play. Your 4th corner better be able to play. Your 5th corner better be able to play. You better show up in camp with like 7 viable corners and maybe put a couple of them on the practice squad. Because if you run out of corners, remember when the Niners ran out of corners a couple of years ago and they signed Brian Allen off the street on a Wednesday and tried to play him Sunday at Levi's against Ryan Fitzpatrick and the Dolphins? And literally Fitzpatrick came out of the huddle pointing at Brian Allen. He's like, where's out of the huddle? All right, let's go to the line of scrimmage. He's walking the line of scrimmage. He's like, where the fuck's Brian Allen? Oh, he's right there. He's right there. And then he would just drop back to pass and target him and throw right at him. I mean, I'm not even joking. It happened. He was so bad they literally forced him off the field. It was amazing to watch.